Bring your attention to your ongoing and natural breath. There's no need to change the breath or make any judgments about the breath. Remind yourself that you're resting deeply, so there isn't any need for a lot of breath. We only need little breath to sustain us here. It's okay if the breath is naturally shallow or deep. It's all good. Take a moment to be grateful for this spontaneous and ongoing breath. It continues naturally, even when we forget all about it. It carries us. It sustains us. Notice where it's easiest to monitor your breath. That might be the way it sounds, or how the air feels at your nostrils. Maybe it's easiest for you to feel your breath in your throat, or the upper, middle, or lower part of your torso. Maybe you feel your breath moving at your collarbones or your shoulders. Just notice wherever your breath is most prominent. It really doesn't matter where. Just let your attention and your awareness rest wherever your breath is most noticeable now. And if distractions come, just bring your attention back to the breath, anchoring your attention on your breathing. Continuing with this natural breath, not controlling the breath in any way. Start to count down the breaths, starting at 108. On your next inhale, say to yourself, 108. And as you exhale, say 108. With your next inhale, count down to 107. As you exhale, say 107. Inhale, 106. Exhale, 106. Continue counting in this way. Inhaling, 105. Exhale, 105. If you lose track of where you are, start again at 108. The goal is not to get to 0. We won't get to 0. So let go of any idea of a finish line or a destination to this practice. Instead, just use the counting as a way to stay present with each individual breath. Continue counting down these breaths on your own for just a little while longer. Continue breathing, allowing that natural breath to flow in and out, but release the counting of the breath. Let that go. Now I'm going to ask you to think of particular circumstances, memories, or maybe even imagining a particular set of circumstances. I'd like you to use whatever senses make this easy for you. Some people can very easily see things or visualize them, but many do not. It may be easier for you to conceptualize or to feel or to use the sense of taste or smell. Sometimes the scenarios I ask you to imagine will change on their own in order to match your needs more closely. And if it does, just let that happen. If you ever feel confused or not in the mood for this visualization practice, that's fine too. There's no wrong way to practice this visualization exercise. Go with this in the spirit of curiosity, accepting and trusting what's happening for you, and pay attention to it with the heart of a neutral yet compassionate observer. I'd like you to remember or imagine a time, place, or circumstance that had you feeling completely comfortable. You can remember a time from the past, or you can make up that feeling in your mind. Just imagine yourself feeling completely comfortable and safe. You're totally protected. How does that look? What does it feel like? What is it like for you to feel secure and protected? Notice how this feeling of security and safety feels in your body. Welcome in whatever you experience. Now move your awareness to a time, a circumstance, or a place of experiencing your senses fully. A time where you were seeing, feeling, smelling, or tasting something fully, completely immersed. Maybe it's the most amazing meal you ever had, or your favorite place to be in nature. Or maybe a time you shared with someone, or experienced something really special. Make it a time where you felt fully present and aware of what you were experiencing, feeling, and sensing. It can be a memory or something you've made up in your mind. Try to feel yourself emotionally alive, immersed, noticing whatever you experience right now. Remind yourself that whatever you're experiencing is good. It's fine. Notice how conjuring this very sensory memory shows up in your body, in your mind. Bring to mind a situation where you felt really good about yourself. A time that you felt on top of the world. Maybe you were happy about an accomplishment, feeling really confident. If you can't remember a time like that, imagine what it would feel like. Completely confident, at ease, feeling on top of the world. Notice how that feels in your body right now. Welcoming whatever you experience. This time, recall or imagine being loved and loving. Recall being compassionate. It could be loving a person, a pet, or something else altogether. Any affectionate or fond feeling. What's important is feeling the experience of love. And if you can't remember that feeling, imagine what it might feel like. Try and experience it again and again right now. A time where you felt really loved, cared for, and lovable. A time when you felt loved, supported, and accepted. Just for exactly who you are, as you are, without needing to change or alter yourself to earn that affection. Welcome in and stay with whatever you're experiencing right now. Now become aware of being completely understood. Maybe you can think of a particular time that this happened. If not, imagine what it would be like to be fully understood by another person. What it would feel like to be able to communicate clearly, kindly, and honestly. You understand and you are understood. There'd be no need to fix any misunderstandings. You are perfectly understood and you understand perfectly. Notice what you're feeling now. Take just a moment to reflect on experiencing these scenarios. Trusting in whatever happened or what didn't happen. Taking in any sweetness, surprises, or confusion. And letting any areas that may be calling out for further exploration to come on up to the surface. Welcome the images and the thoughts and the feelings and all the rest. And know that it's not even necessary to have to fix or solve anything, but just simply hold awareness in a gentle, accepting kind of way, relaxing into it. Just be. Now continuing to be at ease and resting in awareness, it's time for welcoming in fresh perspectives, new insights, being ready to receive guidance that may come now or later. Just practice being open and receptive. Remind yourself that you're capable of seeing things in new and different ways. Be open to seeing things from a different perspective. Be open to not knowing. Be in the present moment with whatever you're experiencing now. Either recall or imagine feelings of pleasure, contentment, or happiness. Maybe you can recall a time where you laughed so hard you nearly cried, or laughed until your stomach hurt and you couldn't stop. Either recalling those times or imagining what that might feel like. Notice how you can have similar feelings right now. You can pull these feelings into your awareness at any time. And if you'd like, practice letting that memory or that image of joy fade away, not having to rely on any events, things, or anything else for being aware of this sensation of contentment. Joyfulness, contentment, and ease are already yours. Try and be with this contentment and inner joy for just a moment or two longer. And now expanding your awareness and settling into a feeling of being connected, of belonging. Maybe sensing a deep contentment, a oneness, a wholeness. Feeling one with all beings everywhere. feeling a connection to everyone who has or will exist. Rest in this place.